morning, angels, and happy Monday. It's January 12th, and it's actually my mom's birthday today. Happy birthday, mother. I wasn't planning on actually vlogging today. This morning was having a hard time getting out of bed. I just woke up feeling so tired. My alarm was going off and I was supposed to go to the gym and I was just not feeling it. And then I ended up staying in bed. I kept snoozing my alarm over and over again and I ended up getting out of my bed. It was almost an hour later and I finally was like, okay, I am getting out of bed. And then I decided, I was like, okay, I'm just not really feeling going to the gym this morning. I'd rather just go for a walk. The sun is out this morning. And so I'm on my walk and I'm listening to this place that I just love, that I created, that specifically just gives me really positive vibes and helps me manifest the things that I want. And I'm listening to it and I just start getting really emotional. I'm just thinking about all the things that I did last year and all the things that I've done in the past couple years to really make my dreams come true. I made a lot of changes in the past year to help my mental health, to help my future, and just to help make sure that I'm going in the right direction for myself. I made a lot of sacrifices, made a lot of changes, had to really advocate for myself and really take a lot of risks. And it's just something that I'm just so proud of myself for, and it's something that I don't acknowledge enough. And I'm just so proud of myself for it. And I was just doing this walk, I was listening to his music and I was just like, oh my goodness, I am creating my dream life. I can't believe all these things I've achieved. Like, I got a really good email over the weekend about something that I'm very happy about. And I was like, I can't believe that I got this email. Like, this is insane. I can't believe this. And I'm like literally starting to cry. Like, I'm tearing up. There's moments where I'm literally walking and I'm skipping and I'm like looking at the sky like, oh my gosh. And like, it just, I felt so warm. The sun was shining and I was just feeling so good. And then I go to look at my phone because I hadn't been on my phone. I was just kind of walking, just like walking like a little, like so happy. I checked my phone and I got an email from something that I was just shocked. I was just like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. And the thing is, the email that I got was about something that I was like manifesting and what was making me so happy. And then I received this email and I'm like, coincidence? I think not. Like, that was crazy because my energy just felt so high. I was listening to my music, specifically manifesting this thing, or at least the email that I got is a step towards the thing that I'm trying to manifest. And I just couldn't believe it. It just made me feel so happy because this morning I was feeling so guilty about not getting out of bed, not going to the gym right away, like literally staying in bed, snoozing for an hour, which I never do. Like, I don't like to snooze. I don't do that. And just the fact that the morning still turned out exactly how it was supposed to be. Instead of going to the gym, I decided to go for a walk. And the time that I ended up going for the walk timed perfectly. Like, everything just aligned. It's like moments like that where I'm just like, yes, everything is working out for me. The universe is on my side. And it's just so crazy because in the past like year that I've really just started to get more into manifesting and focusing on my mental health and focusing on alignment with myself. There's just been little like coincidences and things that have timed out so perfectly that I'm like, and it's usually when I don't think that things are going to plan. Like, maybe it's like where I'm starting to kind of lose hope. I'm starting to kind of be like, oh, maybe, you know, this thing just isn't going to work out. That then the universe pulls through and is like, no, here you go. And that has happened to me so many times. If you're kind of in that situation where you're just starting to doubt yourself, you're like, oh gosh, I don't know. Like, maybe you took a risk. Or something that you're really, you know, looking for. Just don't lose hope. I just keep your energy high. I just so believe in alignment. It's always when I, you know, I'm falling off, I'm feeling disconnected from myself, I'm feeling disconnected from just everything that I start to like have that doubt. But it's once I really start to bring myself back, I have this positive energy, I'm really thinking, feeling very positive about myself and my life, that is always when the good things come and give me hope. And even if this thing that I got this email about doesn't work out, I still am just so proud of myself. And it just helped me remember, like, no, like, I know who I am, I know what I want, I know where I'm supposed to be. I was not expecting that this morning. I was just honestly feeling stressed about today because I honestly don't have that much going on. It's my mom's birthday, so I'm going to head home to spend time with her, but I was just feeling like I had so many things I needed to get done this morning before I head home to go to lunch with my mom. And I went for the walk and it was just the most magical walk ever. The sun was shining, it felt so warm. And then I get this email and I'm just feeling so good. And then I come back and I do a workout and I just feel so good. And yeah, I really was feeling so happy. And I wasn't planning on vlogging today, but I was just feeling so inspired and I was watching some of my favorite YouTubers and I was like, oh, I just really want to document this. I just wanted to like send this message to anyone who needs to hear it. Also for myself to look back on this and, you know, remember like if there's any time that I'm really doubting myself, to just remember like, no, like in those moments of doubt is where you need to keep your hope up the most. Trust that everything is going to work out how it's supposed to, even if you feel like it's not, even if you feel like everything is failing. And just know that if you keep pushing and you keep believing in yourself, you know, the universe or whatever you believe in, whether it's a religion or the universe or nothing at all, anything, whatever it is, just keep that hope and believe in yourself. And I feel like that's something that has always really helped me, and just really honestly believing in myself, and that is what helps me the most. And that's just my little morning mantra for you all, and I'm just feeling so happy and positive and grateful. And yeah, anyways, I am currently doing my makeup. As I said, it's my mom's birthday, so I'm going out for lunch with her and my sister and my grandma. I'm very excited. It's gonna be so much fun. And I really wanted to give you guys a book update because I actually was vlogging yesterday if you watched my last video, but I was about to finish my book, I Was Born for This by Alice Osman, and I ended up finishing it right after I ended that vlog, and I think I give it 3.5 stars. I did really enjoy it. I did really connect with the girl Angel. She's a fan of this band and she really is super invested in this band. She's a huge fan girl. She loves them so much. And she kind of has lost herself in that. Throughout the book, she realizes like, wait, I need to start taking care of myself. You know, I love this band so much. They mean so much to me, but I have neglected myself completely and not focused on myself at all. I've just been so absorbed in this thing, and I feel like that I do definitely relate to. I think the story I liked, and it was very fast-paced, not exactly like how I kind of expected it to turn out, and I wasn't really satisfied with the ending. So that's kind of why I was like going down to a 3.5. I'd probably end up at the end of the day giving it a 3.75. But definitely a really good book, and I did like it and very enjoyable, but just wasn't my favorite. And then now, last night, I was so tired after I finished that, but I just wanted to start Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I'm so excited to read this. So I'm very excited to start this. There's a little like editor's preface and biological notice that I just read yesterday, so I haven't actually started it. So officially on chapter 1, and I'm very excited. I'm a little nervous though because I do love classics and reading classics, and they can just be a little hard for me to fully grasp and fully wrap my head around at times. So I'm very excited to read that and hear the story. I know it's literally one of like the greatest books of all time, and you know, very well loved, so I'm excited to finally read it, and I think it's gonna be very interesting. So I will keep you guys updated on my thoughts with that. Anyways, that was a lot of yapping. I am going to finish my makeup here, and then I will show you my outfit before I go ahead to have lunch with my mom for her birthday. All right, my makeup is done. I made a yummy chai latte this morning. I had some of my masala chai from my Whittered advent calendar box, and I just steeped that and then steamed some almond milk and added some nutmeg and cinnamon on top. It's so delicious. And I know I just did a whole bunch of yapping, but I really did want to share with you guys some of my 2025 favorites in all just different categories. I'll first start with skincare. The first thing is the Cosrx Snail Mucin Essence. I know this is so popular and so well loved, but I've been using it for over 4 years and I just love it so much. I use it after I wash my face, and then I let my face kind of air dry, and then once my face is almost 75% of the way dry, then I will apply that and then let my face cool before I do my next steps. But I just love it so much. I just feel like it makes my face feel so hydrated. And second thing is the Beauty of Jocelyn Radiance Cleansing Balm. I love using this as my first step in my cleansing routine to kind of start taking away all of the makeup, and then I will go in and remove the rest of like my waterproof mascara with my solar water, and then finally finish with my gentle cleanser. And I feel like that has been the best thing for me. And then makeup, I just have a few things that I wanted to highlight for you guys. First thing is this Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, which I actually used this today. I've been using it every day. I had been struggling with having concealers that always crease. They kind of wear away, and I just really feel like I love this one. I feel like the shade matches me so well. I have shade 4.5 Fair, and I feel like it just matches my skin perfectly. I still do use an under eye color corrector, the LA Girl Pro in Peach, and I use this and then I go on top with the concealer. I just feel like they work so well together. I have been using that since May, and I love it so much. The consistency is so nice. It just blends so well. And then my favorite lipstick that I've been using also for probably like 2 to 3 years is the L'Oreal Color Riche Nude Intense Shade 173 Nude Important. And this is supposed to be a Pillow Talk dupe. I've been using it for over 3 years and I love it so much because it's just so creamy. It has the perfect color. It is very similar to Pillow Talk because I've used Pillow Talk before and I love Pillow Talk, and it's just the perfect shade for me, and I love how creamy and rich it is, but it doesn't just immediately go away like a lip gloss or something. So I really love those. Those are my little beauty favorites. And then I'll kind of just share some of the TVs and movies that I thought were my favorite. I watched, I think, 105-ish movies last year, but I'm not gonna lie, majority of them were rewatches of like my favorite movies. And then I did watch like a couple new movies, but none of them really stood out to me a lot. I feel like I didn't go to the cinema. I know there's a lot of talk about how important it is to go to the cinema, but there wasn't a lot of movies that came out in the theaters that I really wanted to see. Of course, I saw Wicked for Good, thought that was amazing. My favorite movie of the year. I'm a huge Ariana Grande fan, but I also am a huge Wicked fan as well, and I just thought the movie was incredible and so beautiful, and I love that story. I did see A Complete Unknown at the beginning of the year, and I love that movie so much. I gave it 5 stars on Letterboxd. My dad is a huge Bob Dylan fan and I'm a huge Timothée Chalamet fan, so I was like, okay, of course, like we have to go see it. But I actually loved it so much and I was not expecting to. I feel like the whole entire movie I was so invested. There was never a moment in the movie that I was bored or was like, oh my god, is this movie over yet? Like I was invested the whole time, and I thought Timothy did an amazing job. I love Elle Fanning as well, so I thought that they did so incredible. So that was one of my favorite movies of the year. I watched Weapons. I am not the biggest horror fan, I would say. I'm very picky with the type of horror I like, but I thought that that movie was really well done, and I loved all of the different storylines and how they connect, and I loved how the story was built. So I did actually really enjoy that movie. And then a show that I watched this year that I thought was actually incredible, and I tell everyone in my life to watch it, Adolescence. I first heard about it and finally was convinced to watch it when I heard Becca Watson, who's one of my favorite YouTubers, talk about it, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch it. Oh my goodness, it was so incredible, and just the meaning and the story and everything was just so deep and so relevant to our society right now. But also the fact that each episode is filmed in one take was actually insane. The acting was phenomenal. The filming was incredible. I was so invested. I think I finished it in like 2 days. It was just incredible and amazing, and yeah, 10s all around. And I also wanted to share some of my favorite YouTubers because I feel like this year I just really fell in love with just watching YouTube. I feel like I watched it more than I watched any movies or TV shows. Like as I told you guys, I didn't watch a ton of new movies, but I did watch a ton of YouTube. So I wanted to share some of my favorite YouTubers that I just love so much. First of all, Hadassah Naomi. I love her so much. She like is a New York content creator. She's in fashion school, same as me. She goes to FIT, and I just love her videos so much. They're all about like New York City life and about her being in school, and I just connect with her so much. And I think I started following her like right when she was starting FIT, maybe it was last August, and I just love her videos so much. She just recently hit 100K, and I was just so happy for her because I feel like I've been watching her for a while, and I just always look forward to her videos. Sydney Serena is another New York based YouTuber. She's also from Minnesota, which I really relate to her because I'm from Iowa, and so I have that like Midwesterner but like wanting to live in the big city. And I feel like her and Hadassah were really big for me because I lived in New York over the summer. I had an internship, and so I was constantly looking for what are the best coffee shops places to go to, what are the best restaurants, and I was finding the best recommendations from them. So I loved them so much. I'm a huge fan. I've talked about her. Tam Carr, love her so much. Actually, one of my favorite books of last year was her book Buy Yourself the Damn Flowers, which I'll talk about my favorite books here in a second, but I guess I can talk about hers now. I loved her book. I love her so much. She is so iconic and so incredible and has really helped me enter this like self-love journey, and like what I was talking about earlier about putting yourself first and like really focusing on your own desires and going after your wants. She really honestly helped me in that. Her videos are just incredible. I also love her vlogs so much. I love her podcast. I love her book. I love everything about her. I know she has 2 journals right now, and I really do want to get her journals because I just love supporting her, and I think that she is just incredible. Another one I also mentioned is Becca Watson. I love her videos so much. I just love how they're just very slow. I love her wellness content, and she's just very inspiring, and I'm very drawn to her content. I feel like it's very comforting and very inspiring, and I love it so much. And I love London so much, and so I love her videos of when she, she's out and about in London. I'm very drawn to vloggers who are very, you know, they're productive and they get things done and they love to explore and travel, but they're also very slow and they love wellness and are very comforting. Those are the people that I'm very drawn to, and that kind of leads me to my next person, which I don't exactly know how to say her last name, but her name is Moya. I love her content so much. I was actually found her channel through Hadassah. I like commented on one of her videos and I was like, who are your favorite vloggers? And she said Moya, and that's how I discovered her. And I love her as well because she's the same as the other girl. She lives in Paris, she lives in the city, but she's very comforting and slow. And she makes every little mundane thing just so beautiful, and I just love her content so much. So those are all of the vloggers that I really was drawn to this past year. I loved all of them so much. And then I kind of wanted to talk about some of my favorite books. I didn't want to talk too much because I did talk about my book recap a couple videos ago, so I just kind of wanted to list them off. So one of the first books I read that I really loved was The Midnight Library. I thought that this book was just incredible, and it's honestly a book that I really want to reread. It was just very eye-opening and very heavy-hitting. I loved it. Sunrise on the Reaping. Oh my god, I am a huge Hunger Games fan. I have been watching the movies since like the first one came out, and I had read all the books in elementary school. Love them. They're my favorite books of all time. Sunrise on the Reaping was actually incredible. I am so excited for the movie to come out. I'm gonna reread it again before the movie comes out just to refresh myself, but it was such a good book. Actually incredible, actually devastating. I'm scared for the movie, but I'm so excited. I read Emma by Jane Austen. I loved this book so much. I read it a mix of the audiobook and the book itself. It was just amazing and so beautiful, and I relate to Emma so much. I love her as a character so much. She's just so beautiful, and I love that movie so much as well. And I just, as I said, like I just relate to her so much in so many ways, and I was so happy to finally read the book, and I just loved it, and I can't wait for the day that I can reread it again. I also read The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I thought that book was so incredible, so heartbreaking and devastating, but so just wow. Wow is all I have to say about that. And that's another book that I really do want to reread. Blue Sisters by Coco Malores. I loved that book so much. I feel like it was just so incredible to see these different perspectives of these sisters and how they are so different and how they each have their own coping mechanisms and their own lives. And I am a sister of 3, and so I really related to that because each of us are all so different and we have our own beliefs and our values. We're all raised by the same parents and raised in the same household, but you know, we're still very different. And so I feel like I really related to that, and I feel like I even related to like each sister. Loved their story. It's very deep, and I loved that book so much. I also read The Woman by Kristen Hanna. That book was incredible, so amazing. I didn't actually know if I was gonna like it going into it because I was like, I don't know if I'm very interested in war. I mean, I've kind of had interest when I was like in school of like world wars. I thought those were like interesting to learn about, but I wasn't sure about how I was gonna find the Vietnam War. But reading it completely blew me away. I was so invested. Although it's like a historical fiction book, like I was like, I know that this obviously happened in real life because like Kristen Hanna does so much research, and I was just like, oh wow. Even if you think you won't like that book and you're not a huge fan of historical fiction or anything, like I just feel like everyone needs to read that book. The message just sticks with me to this day. It just changes the way I think about like our veterans and how I think about like the women that, you know, are serving in the war, in the Vietnam War. The book that it talks about, it's specifically focusing on this woman who is a nurse in the war and how then the war is over, and you know, how her experience, how she's being completely disregarded. It's amazing, and it's just such an important message, and I feel like everyone needs to read it. It was so good. Another book I read is Normal People by Sally Rooney. I watched this show I think maybe 1 or 2 years ago. Obsessed. One of my favorite shows of all time. Incredible. And I really wanted to read the book, and I read the book. Obsessed. And then I watched the show again right after, and I was like, oh my god, like they did that book justice. It's so heartbreaking but so good. Incredible. And then I did want to share with you guys a couple of fashion pieces. I didn't want to show you too much because I am a big fashion girly. I have a lot of clothes. I love fashion so much. I mean, that's what I'm studying in college. That's what my career is going to be in. Last year, realized that I was just, when I was first discovering my style, I was buying a lot of fast fashion, just like constantly buying new clothes. And there was a point where I just realized quality is just not there. They're just not lasting me. This is just not what I want. I know that I'm able to dress cute and I look great, but I don't feel great, and it doesn't feel great to, you know, be buying all of these, you know, fast fashion clothes. So I completely cut myself off from fast fashion. If I do buy something fast fashion, it's usually like athletic wear or loungewear, pajamas. And so I've really gotten into thrifting. I mean, I gave you guys a thrift haul in my last video from when I was in Chicago. I feel like I've almost mastered my personal art of thrifting. I know what I'm looking for, and I just feel like there's so much beautiful things in bringing clothes back to life that someone else doesn't see purpose for anymore. And yeah, so that is just something that I've really gotten into this year. Yeah, like this top that I'm wearing right now, I thrifted in Chicago. I showed you guys in my last video. I feel like I've been on a big journey with fashion recently. I feel like I've been experimenting with more pieces that I wouldn't let myself wear in the past, and I finally feel like I'm able to be a little more free and a little more experiential, and that's what fashion is. Like, that's what fashion is meant to be. It's not supposed to be stagnant. You're supposed to change. It's supposed to be dynamic. Anyways, that is me yapping. I didn't expect to talk so much in this video, but I did just want to show you guys a couple of my fashion favorites from 2025. I just want to show you a couple of things. I didn't want to show you anything that I had thrifted because I thought that that might be a little unfair, but I did wear a lot of thrifted clothes, as I've showed you guys in my videos. If you watch any of my videos, my OOTDs, most of my clothes are generally thrifted, but I just want to show you some new pieces that I brought into my wardrobe this past year that I have been obsessed with. So I'll start with some of the dresses that I have. This dress I got in November of 2024, but I wore a ton this past year. It is this gorgeous Sandro dress. I treated myself to this around Black Friday. I just love it so much. I think it's so chic. I brought it to Paris when I went over spring break and I wore it, and it was just incredible. And I feel like I've worn this dress so much. I wore it even to like my internship this summer, and I just felt so chic and cute, and I just love it so much. It's just like my favorite, and the quality is just incredible. And then another dress I bought in 2024 summer, but I wore it a lot this past summer as well in New York, and it is this Love Shack Fancy dress, which is just so beautiful. I just love the tiers so much and how ruffly it is, and the lace, and I'm just a huge fan of Love Shack Fancy. I just love their clothing and everything about the brand so much. They're my favorite brand ever, and so I was so happy when I finally treated myself to a Love Shack Fancy dress. This is my first Love Shack Fancy clothing item that I've gotten, and I just love it so much. It's so beautiful and makes me feel so girly and so just myself. And then this past summer, I bought myself a mauve dress for my internship. It's this gorgeous blue tweed mauve dress, and it's just actually so stunning. I love it so much, and it has these beautiful buttons here on the shoulders as well as right here with like a little fake pocket detail. And I really have been wanting to style this for winter. I only really was wearing it like over the summer and then, you know, a little bit in the spring, but I really want to wear it with like a turtleneck underneath or like a blouse. And then surprisingly, another blue thing, I really honestly did get into like light blue. This past year I wore so much light blue stuff. It was honestly kind of shocking for me. I really fell in love with the color, but actually I lied. I did thrift this, so I do feel bad for showing this, but I love this dress so much, and I wore it so much last year, especially at my internship, because it's just so professional and so chic, and it's just so 60s to me because I just love the style. The buckle detail of the belt is just so pretty, and I just love the length so much. It's so mature and professional and so chic. And so yeah, I thrifted this, but it's from Vince Camuto. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I love that dress so much this year. And then I only have one bag to show you, but it is my Coach Tabby. Of course, I've been wearing this so much lately. I just fell in love with this bag so much. I've been wanting this bag since 2021. I asked for it every single Christmas, and I just had been dying to get it. And then during the summer, I finally decided to treat myself to it, and I just love it so much. And I'm so happy that I wear it all the time. It's my favorite bag ever. And then I just have a couple of bottoms that I wanted to share. First, as you guys know, I love Freddie My Love so much, and I got a new Flossie by Freddie dress for Christmas, and I'm so excited to wear it. The Cocoa skirt. I have the Cocoa dress as well, which I love, but I honestly really love the skirt because I love how I can just pair it with anything. I can dress it up with, you know, a turtleneck or a blouse or anything, and just I found it so chic, and I really fell in love with it. And then my final clothing piece to show you is these shorts. I bought these with my mauve dress this summer, but it is these mauve shorts, and I just love the detail about them so much. I love a good pair of white shorts for the summer. I just think they go with like every top, and they just, you can dress them up, you can dress them down. They're just such a staple piece for me, and I just love all of the little details on them. They have like these nice crochet, like embroidery details on them, and I just feel like they are so chic. And then I have a couple of shoes that I want to share. The first one, these Coach Mary Janes. I believe they were called like the Angelina ballet flats, but they're just my favorite things ever. I've seriously fallen in love with them this year. I've worn them so much. Very comfortable, and I'm able to wear them and walk around in them all the time, and they are just in the prettiest chalk shade. And another pair of Coach shoes is these adorable Coach sneakers. I am not a sneakers girl, as you guys probably know. I'm a big heels girl, flats girl, sandals, boots, all of that, but I did really want to buy myself a nice pair of sneakers for when the occasion comes along and I have to wear sneakers. I really wanted to just have like a really cute pair that feel very me. They're like the most beautiful pink suede color, and I just think they're so adorable. They are very like feminine. They're very slim and dainty, and they have like this really pretty, where is it? Oh yeah, this really pretty like detail all along the front, and I just love them so much. I think they're very feminine. They're very chic and elegant because of the way they're just very slim. They're not chunky or anything. Because I can also kind of dress them up with a cuter outfit. Like if you're going walking in sun, like you can wear this with a cute like white dress. I feel like that looks so pretty. I definitely styled it like that and loved that. And the final thing out of my fashion favorites is the Sam Edelman ballet flats. They're in this like crinkly leather detail. This is just the perfect shoe for me. I love a Mary Jane. I love a ballet flat, something very comfortable but chic and able to walk and wear a lot. So I wore these a lot over the summer, and I just have fallen in love with them so much, and they're so comfortable and so cute. As all of my 2025 favorites, I just feel like I had so many amazing experiences and so many things that I fell in love with this year, and so I really wanted to share this with you guys. I moved the camera a little bit so you can see my outfit better. I love this outfit so much. I think it's very chic, and it's actually really warm outside today. It's gonna get up to almost 50 degrees, which is crazy in January. I won't complain, but still a little crazy. This top I showed you guys in my last video. I thrifted it when I was in Chicago. It's from Nautica, and it's just so elegant. And I just have this brown pleated skirt on, and for my tights I'm wearing my brown Calzedonia tights, which I would say are another fashion favorite of mine. I love Calzedonia tights so much, especially their brown ones, because they just look so good with all of my outfits that have just like a little bit of brown in them. And then I'm wearing, of course, my Coach Mary Jane shoes and my Coach towel bag. So that is my outfit for today. I'm now going to go ahead and have a lunch with my mom for her birthday, and I feel so cute in my outfit. I know I just chatted so much, oh my goodness, so I will catch up with you guys later. Angels, I just went out for lunch with my mom for her birthday lunch, and it was so good. We went to this really yummy Japanese restaurant in town. It's so delicious. I originally wanted to get their ramen because it's really good, but then I ended up changing my mind and I got just a rainbow roll and then a seaweed salad, and it was so delicious. My mom always loves to get the like fried sesame balls that have like the red bean paste on the inside, so I had some of those, and those were also delicious, and it was so good. And her and my sister surprised me. They went shopping this morning for her birthday, and they went to this cute all romance bookstore that just opened up a couple months ago, and they picked me out this book called Audrey Lane Stirs the Pot by Alexis Hall. I had read Boyfriend Material, and I thought it was pretty good. I read it a couple of years ago. I've never heard this book before, but it's a lesbian romance book, and one of the girls competes on the British Bake Off, which I have said before, but I love the Great British Baking Show so much. I want to go on that show so bad. I don't really know anything else about it. It looks cute, so I'll have to read that. Maybe it'll be one of my next reads. We'll see. And then my mom also got me this cute little journal and pen. I love the pen so much. It's gold and pink. So me. And then just a cute little pink journal, because of course you guys know how much I love journaling. I'm so excited to have that. And then we went to TJ Maxx in Ulta. I didn't get anything at Ulta, but I did get something at TJ Maxx. I got this cute bag. They have like their reusable bags, and I got this one because it has swans and hearts and bows on it. I was like, that is the most me bag ever. I love going to Aldi, and also I just don't like having to use plastic bags when I go grocery shopping, so I thought this would be perfect to take when I go grocery shopping. And then also, it's one of my New Year's goals to get into wearing more bracelets because I really don't. I have my antique watch that I wear every single day, but I don't really have any other bracelets, and so I really want to get into wearing more bracelets. At TJ Maxx, I found this little bracelet set, and it comes with 3 little bracelets. I just thought they were so cute. This one like kind of, I don't know, just has like a flowery kind of detail, and then the other 2 are just basic. But I just really wanted to have some good bracelets to be able to wear every day because I don't really ever have anything. I just feel like having a nice bracelet always just adds so much femininity. I love it. So I'll have to put those on later. That is everything that I got. We're gonna go out for dinner later for my mom's birthday, which shall be fun. So in the meantime, I'm gonna edit. I also still need to journal today. I feel like I have so much to say as I was yapping so much earlier. And so I'm just gonna do some editing here. In the meantime, we are going to head out for dinner here soon. I think we're gonna go get pizza. I'm very excited because the place is New York style and it's so good. But I just popped on my Burberry Chelsea trench coat. I feel like I don't wear her enough. I keep her home at my parents' house, so I don't feel like I get to wear her enough, but when I do, I'm just in love with her, and she is so cute because it's a little bit chillier out tonight. I love to style it with a little tie. I think it looks so chic. I love this coat so much. It's just the most classic chic thing. And then I put all my bracelets on this one. I just put one of the basic tennis bracelets to go with my watch. And then on this side I have the other 2, and I love that you can kind of fasten them. I just love how all of the bracelets go together. As I said, it's one of my goals for this year to wear more bracelets and have more of almost a stack. I just feel like it's very chic, very elegant, and I'm tired of having bare wrists. But anyways, I am going to go head to dinner for my mom's birthday. Oh my goodness, angels. I am back at my apartment and I have a new foster. Guys, this was very impulsive. As you guys know, I've been fostering cats, and then I sent the last ones back, and then I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna get another foster after winter break's done. I don't know. So I was kind of set on not getting another foster cat. And then I got an email from the foster coordinator, and they were like, here are some small animal furry friends that need to be fostered to help get better pictures of them and help them get more visibility on the website. And I saw there was 4 different bunnies that were available, and I was like, why not? So I just emailed them and I was like, I'll take any of them. I don't care, I'll take any of them. So this is Colette, and she is a little rabbit, and I am so excited. I had a bunny for 8 years. His name was Ginger, and he was my child. I birthed him. He was my baby, and he passed away like right after I went to college. It was so sad, and I had always been like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to get another rabbit because he was just like so close to my heart. But I had never really considered fostering a rabbit, but I mean, it's pretty much the same as a cat. You need the litter box, the food, it's all very simple, and I know how to care for a rabbit because I had one for 8 years, and I just can't believe there's a rabbit in my apartment right now. Oh my god. And she's so stinking cute. Her name's Colette, and they don't know how old she is. She was in a like hoarding situation, and that is why she came to the animal shelter. And so I'm just fostering her. I don't know for how long. Guess it depends on how long until somebody wants to adopt her, but I am so excited to have her and take care of her, and I'm just so excited. I just did some editing of my Chicago vlog, and now I'm just gonna take a break and go for a quick walk Cowlette. I realize her name is actually Cowlette because she looks like a cow because she's black and white. And so it's like a twist on Colette. But she's so cute. She's just standing right next to me right now. She's just been staying in my room and exploring. It's so adorable. Before I go on a walk, I do want to give you guys a book update. I believe I told you that yesterday that I had started Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I am only on chapter 5 now. I had read the first 3 chapters just like reading on my own. And then when I was driving back home after picking up Colette, I was listening to the audiobook on the drive, and I also kind of do enjoy starting off a nice classical book listening to the audiobook because I feel like it helps me understand the language a bit better, because obviously like with older books that are 200 years old, it can just be hard for me to fully wrap my head around the language, and there's so many words that they use that I've never even heard of these words, and just the way they talk is so different than how we do now. So having the audiobook kind of helps me understand the author's voice, understand the narrator as well, and just kind of understanding the setting. It really helps me start to visualize everything, which has really been helping me. So I was thinking when I go for a walk, I'll probably listen to the audiobook. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go for a nice little walk here. And then once I get back, I'm gonna do a workout and it'll be time for dinner. Hi angels, it is much later. Last time I talked to you guys, I was updating you about Wuthering Heights. I ended up going for a walk and I listened to 1 chapter on audiobook, came back, did a little workout, showered, my hair is still wet, had just some leftovers for dinner, and now I've just been editing my Chicago video, which is already posted. Go watch it if you haven't already. And I just love it so much. It's so nice to have this video that I can go back and watch of my trip. I feel like, you know, I have pictures of all my trips and, you know, little clips and videos from them, but to have a video that I can go back and watch anytime to kind of relive it is just such a special experience. And I'm so happy that I'm making YouTube videos, so now I can kind of do that. And also just like go back and watch any day in my life, even if it's just a typical cozy day. I also have been watching People With Me on Vacation in between editing, so that has been really good. I read that book over the summer in June, and I think I really liked it. I don't honestly remember a whole bunch about it and what my thoughts were. I think I probably gave it around 4 stars. It's only Emily Henry book that I've ever read. So I was just thinking I might make some sort of little sweet treat here before I go to bed and finish the movie once I get this video all finalized and scheduled for tomorrow. Oh my gosh, I just finished People With Me on Vacation. So good. The movie was so good. I don't know if I need to reread the book or what, but I remember I just checked Fable and I had given it like 3.5 stars. And I don't remember why. I don't know what it was about it, but the movie I thought was so good. I'd give the movie like 4.5 stars. I thought it was amazing. I just made a little carrot cake baked oats, which I had never made before, but I thought sounded so yummy, and I love carrot cake so much. So I just did that in this little dish, and then I just mixed together some Greek yogurt with some maple syrup, and then sprinkled on some coconut sugar, nutmeg, and cinnamon on top. So it's like a little carrot cake. It's so yummy. And then I just brewed up a little chamomile tea here. I'm so excited. I finished my video. It's all scheduled and ready to go up tomorrow morning. I'm so happy. And now I've finished this movie, which I'm so happy about. I think I'm going to end up ending the vlog here. Thank you so much for watching this video. I thought it was a very unexpected video. I wasn't planning on vlogging these past couple days, but I was just feeling very inspired yesterday. I really want to share with you guys my 2025 favorites and give you some good book updates. As of right now, at the end of this video, I am on chapter 6 of Wuthering Heights, and I'm really enjoying it. The first, I'd say 4 chapters were really hard to understand. I wasn't really following, but once I started listening to the audiobook a little bit, and once I hit chapter 5, that's when things started to click for me. Also on Fable, I joined a book club that is also reading Wuthering Heights. If you have Fable, there's clubs where you can search like a book and then find like little groups on Fable that are also reading the same book. So I found one that's reading Wuthering Heights and they're right around chapter like 6 and 7. So, oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. They're right around those chapters, and so I'm able to, after I read each chapter, go in and see like what everyone else is saying, and that's also kind of helping me understand like, okay, yeah, I'm on the right page, I'm feeling the right things. So I'm excited to start interacting with that because I've never been on a book club in Fable before, so I think it'll be very fun. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please do subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video.